Hey, it's Danica Angela here, and I'm going to show you how to get rid of your headache in 10 minutes or less. I had a friend who was ready to get a CAT scan. He'd been suffering for about 5 days. He had fallen off a ladder and landed on his head a few weeks earlier, and then he had this recurring headache. He didn't want to take a free 10-minute neck massage from me. He didn't want to pay for a professional either, so I just texted him less than what I'm going to show you in this video, and it worked for him, and it'll work for anyone. Unless you have a caffeine withdrawal headache, then I suggest have a little green tea maybe to get a little caffeine in you. So this is how you do it. You have neck muscles that attach from the base of your skull, and they drain to the subclavicular vein, which is right under your clavicle. And the most common reason people have headaches is from blood getting trapped in the skull. So if you're going to do this on somebody else, make sure you do not massage upwards ever. You want to pull the blood down. It's like squeezing a tube of toothpaste. You really want to get everything under the clavicle. We're going to use a technique that's called active release technique. You don't have to be a professional to do this on yourself. It's quite simple. So I'm going to do the video standing up. But if you have a killer headache, it's maybe better if you're sitting at a desk with your elbows on the desk, and that way you're not using your shoulder muscles here, because these also attach to the base of your skull. So first, just going to warm up the muscle by squeezing back here, and you can move your head around. You can feel the muscle move under your fingers. You can do that on the other side too. Try to feel where it's hard. Most people don't even realize they have a stiff neck when they have a splitting headache. They think it's their head. But, 99% of the time it's their neck. So, you want to first loosen your neck by using the flat parts of your knuckles. Or you could use your palms. You have a muscle here from the edge of your jaw, your mastoid, going all the way down to your sternum. And I would use the opposite arm to just pull that away. Just kind of separate that. You want to loosen the fascia. You have an envelope covering all the muscles called the fascia. So you want to kind of feel that envelope and slide things around. And this is your border. You don't want to massage from here to here, because it wouldn't be comfortable. You just have your Adam's apple here. But check out your border. You got a muscle there. You have a muscle here, so let's just see if anything's stuck to it. Try to unstick this big muscle from all the other muscles just by sliding this down, sliding it all the way down, and pull the blood down by first I'm using the edge of my knuckle. My fingers are a bit orange. Sorry, I was making carrot juice with turmeric. So you use the edge of your knuckle, the flat part of your knuckle, approximate by moving your head over, and then pull it away. So you're actively releasing it. Kind of like squeezing a tube of toothpaste. You want to bring the blood from your skull down to under your clavicle. All of this, all the way to the back. So your elbows are on the desk, you're being supported. I would use the opposite hand, flat knuckles, and approximate the muscle, and then pull your head the other way as you bring it down. You're going to feel some things crunch over, and that's good. That's cool. You're unlocking things that are stuck. If you're super, super tight up there, you can jam your fingers in. Pull on one side, push on the other, just to make more space in between your skull and the neck muscles. Just try and jam your fingers in. So pull on one side and lift up on the other. Pull down and lift up on the other side. And you'll see instantly you're going to make space. Because what's going on if you have a headache is you have a traffic jam, and you just need the blood to go this way. So you're making space with your fingers all around, especially in the back. Take your knuckles again, opposite hand, and approximate by putting your head towards the shoulder, and then as you pull it down, you bring your head away. So you're getting all your scalenes, all these muscles that attach all the way down there. So the flat part of your knuckles. Or you could use the edge, and you could also go like this if it feels good. I wouldn't use too much oil or cream because you want to have a good grip. You want to go deep. Start like this. You can feel around what feels good for you, what makes sense for you. You can move your head all kinds of ways, whichever way makes sense for you to get things unlocked, and you finish under your clavicle. And you could do this however you want, in whatever order you want. Just got a good crunch from the back. So all these muscles, they're going from the back here, and they connect under there. So you're getting the blood under there, subclavicular vein, under the clavicle. And if you're really tight in the back, and just like that, you'll feel things flake, cross over all the different scalenes. And that's what you want to do. You want to feel those little clunks, because what's happening is they're just sticking with some inflammation. In the back of your neck, you can just grab it. Grab and pull to loosen it. Just pull these muscles away from the spine. And then you can just pull it right over from the left to the right side. And move your head at the same time. I'm pulling the other way, from this side. I'll first put my head this way, and then I'm gonna kind of move my head around in a way that makes sense to me, what feels like it's unlocking things. I hear like clunk chunk, that's good. And then all the way over the other side. So much looser already. You can go like this on the sides of your spine, just to make space in between the vertebrae. Just like jam your fingers in there, and you can move your head around in a way that makes sense to you, because you feel what's going on. You feel the tighter places that wants more pressure to be released, more sliding pressure. Always do a kind of sliding pressure. Squeeze. And then you want to, again, just bring the blood under the subclavicular vein, even from the back. Even though these muscles attach back there, the blood still needs to go here. So you don't follow the muscle from insertion to attachment. You always want to bring it under the clavicle here, because the goal is to get the traffic jam out of your neck, to bring the blood out of your skull and under your clavicle. Already I feel taller. This is a great way to get a swan neck. It's amazing. This technique is amazing. So much looser already. Is my neck not taller now? And it's been under 10 minutes. I didn't have a headache, but I got out a lot of tension from my neck. Wow. So there's also ways to stretch your neck. So if you're at the desk, your elbows are on the table, you can just hold your head in your hands and stretch the back of your neck by holding your head down, bringing your chin to your chest. And you want to hold that for at least, 20 seconds at least. And then carry your head up. Don't use your neck muscles. And when you bring your chin to your chest, don't use your neck muscles to bend it. Just use the strength of your hands and forearms to move your head around. A lot of people make the mistake when they're stretching their neck, if they're gonna stretch this side, they're cramping up the other side. So you wanna avoid that. If you wanna stretch this side of your neck, use the opposite arm and pull that down so you're not using the muscle. And then with your elbow on the table, you could gently just put some pressure on your head. That's one way to stretch it. I prefer standing up to take the opposite hand and catch your wrist behind your back, like that. First pull it with your hand so you don't use the muscle, and then you reach around, grab the wrist on the other side, and pull. This is a great stretch for the side of the neck. And when you change the way your chin points, you're going to access different muscle attachments. And you can hold each one for about 10-20 seconds before you move your neck. And to get out of this, roll your chin to the middle. And again, just put your thumbs under your chin, move your fingers on your skull, and pull your head up so you're not using your neck muscles. Then you can do the same thing on the other side. Don't bend like this, don't use your neck muscle. You want to take your hand, pull your neck over, and that way you're getting another, massage, pulling that blood down. And then you bring your hand on behind your back, grab your wrist on the other side and pull your wrist down slightly. And get a nice stretch like that and just chill out, hang out there. And see what it's like to gently pull your chin in different directions. These techniques could also work to get rid of ringing in the ears, which is often also caused by neck muscles that are pinching nerves. And to get out of it, chin to center. And then I want you to hold the base of your skull, thumbs under your chin, and just lift your head up. And give it a pat down. See if there's any more tight spots. You can use your fingers to be more detailed. Check, poke around what's going on. Any more tight spots, just go and get them. And drag the blood always under the clavicle. Okay, the technique of using the flat part of your knuckles works really well, gives a lot of strength. It works best to approximate, we make the muscle shorter, and then move around in a way that makes sense for you, and stretch it out as you come down. Really try to get all the way at the base of your skull. Pull it down, approximate the muscle, and take the big chunk of muscle, cross the tendons over each other. Move your head around in a way that makes sense. Whoa. Got a big blockage there. You can use the sides of your hands too. Usually the flat side of your knuckles work the best. And then if there's any spots where you want a little extra, you can use the sharp point too. Because it's your body, you can feel what's going on and you know what's too much and what isn't too much. So you don't have to worry about hurting yourself. It's you're in control. How empowering is that? So now you're empowered to get rid of your own headaches. You don't need Advil. You don't need to pay a professional. You're welcome.